got to let you in, you fall, I let you go. I'm giving it up for me.
Hey guys, so today's video is going to be an anti-haul. I've needed to do one of these for a while now. This list is so long, and we're going to be talking about like makeup that's now considered old, even though it's only been out for like a month. So I'm sorry about that. But basically, whenever I follow Trend Moods and whenever she posts something and I'm like, why? I save it and I have a little anti-haul saved. So we're just gonna go through and we're gonna talk about them. There's a lot. This is so old. What is this from? This is from January 2nd. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna start at the top and we're just gonna go until I get tired. And that's how we're gonna do this. Okay, so the first thing is this colorful cake from the Glam Light palette. I'm not gonna talk about this for too long just because I'm not going to shit on an indie brand for very long. Or really at all, but I just don't like how big this is. Honestly, that's just kind of what I wanted to point out with this one, is that I just, like, honestly, I think the color scheme works. You can make some really, really pretty looks with it if you want this. It's a really nice kind of rainbow palette. It has a nice amount of mattes to glimmers, shimmers, but at the same time, that's too big for me. A 5x4, that's 20 shades. No thank you, that's too many. But if you like them, then go ahead. The next one is definitely, because of the size, it is the ColourPop She's Glam and She Knows It. Oh wait, no, it's All Good. Honestly, really pretty color scheme. Really, really nice. It has like a nice neutrals for like every day, but then it has like a nice bright pink, a nice bright yellow, some more darker browns for like smokier looks, or if you have a deeper complexion, those might be your neutrals. But if that's the case, then there's a lot of colors on here you can't really use. And that's honestly my biggest issue with this, is that no matter what skin tone you are, there are colors on here that you are not going to use or you just cannot use. And that's why you shouldn't get a palette this big. That's why they should just break down neutral palettes like this into smaller ones. And also, like, you have your warmer neutrals with like the darker berry pinks, and then you also have like your lighter neutrals with like some more of those like really light colors, and I don't go, it all needs to be in this one palette. This next one is kind of controversial. I feel like I've heard people talking about like, oh my god, it's so good, and sure, I'm sure it's good, but like that's not my point. So I personally don't own anything from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I want to at some point probably get one of their palettes. It will not be this one. This is the Avery Anastasia Amorezi palette. It has 16 shades and they're super excited about the fact that it's 16 shades, but it's shades that we've already seen in every other Anastasia palette. Somewhere I have it swatched, and that's really pretty. It looks nice swatched. It's a perfectly fine color scheme. It's the whole neutrals with the pop of blue, and maybe like a pink, and honestly people wear neutrals, so that's not a big deal. But one thing that I'm gonna put up on the screen is it's like a comparison to every other palette, and there is nothing. There's a light pink that's super unique. I think the blue is unique because the other blue that they used is definitely like a lighter, not as bright, more turquoise blue, that's in the Riviera palette. But other than that, every color is essentially another color that has existed in an ABH palette. And to me, that makes it enough for me not want to buy it. Even though I don't have any of those other ones, I just think the fact that they're just like selling you a different mix of their same color stories bothers me. And then also there is the added fact that if you're one of the people that really likes ABH and you have a ton of their palettes already, you don't need another one. That's the palette you already have. The next one is kind of controversial. It's definitely been controversial in the past couple weeks. But it's the Tati Beauty Blendiful. People hate Tati, people love Tati. Jen loves reviews like Cut It Open, that was funny. It's just, to me, I don't know why you'd want this to put stuff on your face. Like, I'm already kind of against sponges. Like, I use sponges. And I'm still kind of against them. And then there's something like this. And it's like, no part of me wants to put fabric to put cream products on my face. Like, I don't get it. Or is it like a giant powder puff? Because I don't want that either. I just don't get it. I mean, if it works and you've used it and you like it, that's great. But for me, it's like, I don't really want to test that out. I have no interest. It's also kind of expensive. I guess it's 2 for $18, so like $9 each. I think one is small and one is big. So I guess it's not like $9 each, but like essentially $9 each. And I can just buy sponges for cheaper than that. And then I'm not putting like a fabric over my face. Also, like, do you wash it by putting it in the washing machine? I don't want to put makeup pad puffers in with like a girl I follow got this palette, and she talks about how much she likes it, but then she always kind of ends it with like, for a Morphe palette or for a Morphe pastel palette, like the color payoff is really good for like a Morphe pastel palette, or like it's blendable for a Morphe pastel palette. Like they're very, very, I don't know. I don't like that. But one thing I will give them is it doesn't look like there's too many repeat shades, which Morphe with their giant pans or giant palettes is really big on. There's at least like one turquoisey shade that looks like it has a doppelganger, a blue that has like a very similar lighter blue, but honestly most of the colors don't look that similar to each other, so I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, I just have another picture of it. The yellows look identical. I guess the two greenish turquoise blues that I was saying look the same. One is a matte and one is a shimmer, but yeah, I don't know. It's just not, it's not for me. Okay, so this next one I kind of want, but I also kind of don't want. This is kind of like a talk me out of it, but it's the Mint to Be. I don't know, like the lighter greens like make sense to me because I'm not a very like, I don't want a super vibrant green. I don't want the like Irish whatever one, because like those are too dark for me. They're just too pigmented, and like some lighter ones, that makes a lot of sense to me. I feel like I could actually get a lot of use out of this, but at the same time a whole monochrome palette of greens seems unnecessary to me, and I'm just not gonna get it. I also don't like that it's in an actual plastic container, because I don't know how ColourPop chooses which ones they put in paper and which ones they put in plastic, but I wish they would just put them all in paper. It's exciting that it doesn't seem to have like a pressed glitter. That's really exciting. I've seen some really pretty looks like with this, but as of right now it's not being purchased by me, so that one's definitely like a talk out of. This next one is the Latte 2 Dominic Cosmetics, and honestly it's just a disappointment because I love coffee and I love tea and I'm a drink fiend, and I just don't like the color scheme, and part of that is like the matcha being blue. Like I don't get it. Why is the matcha blue? I don't get strawberry milk, like just as an entity. Like they were like, it's red, we gotta do something. And I know that that's like nitpicky, but it's like, if you're gonna call something something, have it make sense. I don't feel that way about all of them, but I just feel like the color scheme And then the names they chose to pair them with don't work for a lot of them. And that makes me sad, because like I feel like they could have had like a really cool idea. Like ABH, which I think is in this Anti haul, is also doing like a drink thing. And they definitely got the color scheme better. So to me this is just like, I don't get it, and I don't really like it. And it feels kind of phoned in for like being a like a brand that like is kind of an indie brand. It is a smaller brand, like they have the time to go through and really make like a really quality product. Okay, so this next one is pretty fun. Dominic Cosmetics. There's like elements palettes. I don't know. It's like a fire, a water, an air, and an earth. They're pressed pigment and glitter palettes. Honestly, I think they're really pretty. This is mostly a talk me out of them, which is like the fact that they're all like the one color scheme. I kind of wish they were like, there's too many shades that look the same to me. And part of me kind of wishes they'd like picked like 4 or 6 ones and then put them all on the same palette. Like there's too many of similar colors for me to justify a, what is this, a 5x3, a 15 pan palette. Like I feel like they could have, I don't know if I would have liked it if they had made like taken 6 out of each and then put them in each, because I feel like that would have been too big, you know. But at the same time, I wish they did something like that instead of having these like individual ones. I guess if you like have a color scheme you like you know you only like warmer neutrals, you want the fire palette, versus you know you only like blues, you want the water palette. But for me, it's not the ticket. It's really pretty though. It's really, really pretty. I love the earth one. I like the water one. The fire one, I'm not super big into like oranges, but there's some colors in there that are really pretty. And then the air one is really pretty. I love purples. So very, very pretty, just not for me. This is a BH. This next one is BH. It's their travel series. So they have 3 new ones: Illuminating in Ireland, Trendy in Tokyo, and Smitten in Switzerland. I don't really get it. They're also not the same size. Oh, I guess one of these is like a face palette. Illuminating in Ireland is, yeah, it's a highlighter palette. And then the other 2 are eyeshadow palettes. They kind of fit like the color scheme of the place. Like Tokyo is supposed to be like vibrant and like beautiful and very like a young city. And like it's this really beautiful rainbow palette. And then Switzerland is, I don't really know enough about Switzerland to like maybe this fits its color scheme, but it just kind of seems like a boring color scheme to me. And then like a nice orange that's like really pretty. The highlighters, I just don't get highlighting palettes. I just don't understand how a person could use all of the highlights. Okay, the next one is so fucking boring, it's insane. So this is the KKW Beauty Celestial Sky. I have no issue with the lip crayons. If you want an $18 lip crayon, be my guest. The matte blush palettes I think is pretty. I don't think you could use all of those colors. I think I could use 2 out of 3 of those colors. I think most people could use 2 out of 3 of those colors. So why would you get a blush palette? Basically my point. And then just like all of the eyeshadow palettes are boring. They're boring. They're not interesting. They're boring. They're just not interesting to me. I wish they were, but they're not. They're boring. Okay, so we're going on. Okay, so the next thing is the Farsali liquid powder, and this is an Instagram hoax. This is for people who make Instagram videos so that they can drip it on their face. This is not a real thing. They don't actually want you or want me to buy this. They want Instagram girls to buy it and convince people who watch Instagram makeup people to do it. And I just don't care. Yeah, no, I don't care. It doesn't make sense to me. If it works, I mean, that's cool, but I don't want that. Okay, this next thing is the what is this? This is the Physicians Formula Wei Hong New Butter Collection, but it's all old Physician Formula blushes and contours and highlights. I think one highlight. But the whole idea is it's like stuff she uses. So we put it all in a box and it's all the stuff she uses. I don't get that at all. That makes no sense to me. I can't use half these shades because I'm not her. And neither can you because you're not her. And I don't get it. So that's a no from me. The next thing is MAC Honor of Kings lipstick and eyeshadow palettes. The eyeshadow palettes are boring. They are so boring. There's only one picture of them in this entire thing, and it's like, why am I even looking at this? I don't get it. But the lipsticks, I don't know, they all look like neutrals. You probably have neutral lipsticks. I have neutral lipsticks. I honestly don't love bullet lipsticks anyway. Like, I feel like having like one or two nice nude ones and like one nice red one is all I really need. So I don't want to partake in that. I think this collection is actually really cute. This is the Stormy Kylie collection. Obviously she didn't actually collab with her daughter. And so I kind of think it's silly, but it's a cute idea. It's really adorable. I love the little butterflies. I don't know who this is for, but it's cute. I'll give it to them. But you don't probably actually need it. This next thing is hilarious to me. It's NYX and The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. So it's a NYX and Netflix collab. It's like a giant ass eyeshadow palette, and then a blush, a highlight, and another blush. The blush and the highlights at the bottom are all the guys. It's Nick Scratch, Caliban, and Harvey. I have watched this show. I don't think this makes any sense. I think it's stupid. I think they probably took old things that they already had and just put it in a thing to make a quick buck. I don't even think most of the names make sense. Like, most of the names do not make sense. Like, Ambrose is just this like silver color. Why is Ambrose the silver color? I don't know. You don't know. Salem is black, probably because he's a black cat. Who knows? And then like it's just like these dark moody lips. Oh, I guess there's like some light ones too. I don't get it. I don't know why you would need this. So yeah, I'm anti-pulling that for sure. We are still in January. This is a problem. Maybe I should start doing these once a month. This next thing is the Hershey's and Etude House. Maybe it's like the Etude House like did a Hershey's kind of themed thing. There's two palettes and some brushes. And I just don't get it. I just don't get it. It makes no sense to me. It's stupid. It's stupid. So we're just gonna move on. The next thing is the Natasha Denona Love Palette. I don't know, it's pinks and purples. You probably have some pinks and purples. I have some pinks and purples. I have the Urban Decay Naked palette. I don't need this. If you want to get it, if you want to spend $65 to buy 15 shadows, be my guest. Honestly, that's not a terrible deal for Natasha Denona. But I just feel like so many people have talked about how Natasha Denona is fine, but not worth the price, so just don't do it. The next thing is the Jeffree Star mystery boxes. Mystery boxes in general are stupid. Supporting Jeffree Star in general is stupid. And I don't know why you'd want any of the trash he's gonna put in this box. This next thing everybody has been talking about and talking about how they actually really like it, and I just disagree. This is the Norvina Mini Pro Pigment Palette Volume 3 Cherry. I don't know. It's like blues and reds, and like there's one really pretty turquoise color and one really pretty like blue color, and everything else is like, I don't care. the color scheme makes no sense to me. I guess you could do like a blue look and you could do like a red look. I guess you could do like a blue look and a red look, but like, I just don't get it. A lot of people have said how they liked it, but they're still not gonna get it anyway because it's unnecessary. And honestly, if that's like you really like it but it's unnecessary, you still shouldn't get it. But I don't even like it. So we are still in January, but I think I'm gonna end it there. We might have 2 anti-hauls coming out in a very quick succession within the next couple weeks, because I do want to try to get through all the Valentine's and February kind of stuff. So I guess we learned that I need to do one of these at least once a month if I want to cover everything that I think is stupid. So subscribe if you want more anti-hauls, like this video if you want more anti-hauls. They're probably going to be coming. Other than that, because I guess I just did the whole little spiel, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you next time. Also, let me know down below what you think about these products, because I want to know. I'm intrigued. I want to know your thoughts. Did you get some of them? Do you like some of them? I don't know. Does the liquid powder thing work? I think it's stupid, but maybe it works. Who knows? Okay, bye-bye.
My curtain lost, and weren't you too scared to spell?